Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Peter the Rock. The story of the pickle jar, often told by professors, is a popular metaphor about priorities and how we fill our lives with different activities, responsibilities, and values. Here is how it typically goes. A philosophy professor stands before his class with a large pickle jar, rocks, pebbles, and sand. Without saying a word, he begins filling the jar with large rocks until they reach the top. He then asks the class if the jar is full, and they agree it is. Next, he takes a handful of pebbles and pours them into the jar, shaking it gently. The pebbles settle into the spaces between the larger rocks. Again, he asks if the jar is full, and the students again nod in agreement. Finally, he takes a scoop of sand and pours it into the jar. The sand fills the remaining gaps around the rocks and pebbles, completely filling the jar. The professor then explains the symbolism. The rocks represent the most important things in life, like family, health, and meaningful relationships. Even if everything else was lost, these are the things that would still matter. The pebbles are other things that matter, like work, school, or hobbies. They are important but don't hold as much significance as the rocks. The sand represents the small, trivial things such as watching TV, browsing social media, or small daily tasks. If you start with the sand, the professor continues, there is no room for the rocks or pebbles. The same is true in life. If you spend too much time on the small stuff, you will never have room for what truly matters. He closes by encouraging the students to decide what their big rocks are and make sure they are putting those in their jars first. The Pickle Jar Story reminds us to focus on priorities and not let our lives be crowded with inconsequential details, leaving room for what matters most. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel Peter the Rock. Kindly continue subscribing. Thank you.